Welcome to the speaking section of IELTS examination. My name is Sapna Dhamija and I would be your examiner for this part of the test. This test would be recorded. May I know your full name, please?
My name is Tanisha Pahava.
How may I address you?
You can call me by my first name, that is Tanisha.
Okay, great. May I see your identification, please, Tanisha?
Yes, ma'am, here it is.
Thank you so much. Okay, few questions will be based on mirrors. How often do you look at yourself in the mirror?
Well, I'm a very self-obsessed person, so I try to look up at mirror every time I can. While I'm waking up from bed or going somewhere, I try to glance up to see how I'm looking.
Good. Have you ever bought a mirror?
Yes, coincidentally, my father runs a business of building glass and mirrors, so I often pick the most trendy one from him.
Good. Would you use mirrors to decorate your room?
Yes, I will use the mirrors to decorate my room as they make the space larger and brighter and create an aesthetic vibe.
Mhm. Do you check yourself when you decide to buy a mirror?
Yes, I often check for the dents and cracks if the mirror have any.
Okay. Few questions will be based on keys. Do you always bring keys with you?
No, actually, I'm the young adult with no responsibilities in my family, so I often just carry my vehicle keys with me when I'm going out.
Mhm. Have you ever lost your keys?
No, there have been many incidences when I was about to lose my keys, but I always find them in time.
Mhm. Do you often forget the keys and lock yourself out?
No, this hasn't happened to me till now, and I hope it would not be in future because I'm mostly home after dawn, so it will be very troublesome for me if I lock myself out.
Mhm. Okay, great. Do you think it's a good idea to leave your keys with a neighbor?
Yes, it's a convenient idea to leave my keys with my neighbors as they are very trustworthy and always eager to help.
Mhm. Okay, few questions will be based on staying up. Do you often stay up late, Tanisha?
Nowadays, I don't because my exams are over, but when my 12th boards were going on, I used to stay up late.
Mm-hmm. Did you stay up late when you were a kid?
No, my mother didn't allow me to stay up late when I was a kid. Also, smartphones were not so common at that time, so my whole family slept early.
Mm-hmm. What do you do when you stay up late?
I don't stay up late as I told you earlier, but on weekends when I stay up late, I usually read a book or watch a space or horror genre movie to pass the time.
Mhm. What does it feel like the next morning if you stay up late?
When I wake up the next morning, I usually feel sluggish and irritable, and I need so much caffeine to get it throughout the day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Few questions will be based on fixing things. Do you often fix things?
Yes, I often fix things like printer or smartphone and anything that require technological knowledge by watching some YouTube videos.
Okay. Did you learn to fix things when you were young?
Yes, I have seen my father and uncle always fixing things by themselves, so I learned to fix things when I was a kid.
Okay. What do you do when one thing is broken and cannot be fixed up?
Usually, when something is broken and it cannot be fixed up, I send it to the junk dealer. But if it has a heartly connection with me, I don't sell it away. I keep it with me. For instance, I still have a Barbie doll with a broken hand, but I have kept it because my brother gave it to me and it is very close to my heart.
Okay. Do you think it is necessary uh, to learn how to fix things?
Yes, it is very necessary to learn this skill because we don't have to depend on someone else for these small tasks. We can learn by ourselves.
Okay, this is the end of the part one. Now I'm going to ask some. I'm going to ask a cue card, and you'll be given 1 minute to prepare your answer, and you'll have to speak at least for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This is a cue card, and if you wish to make notes, you can. I'm giving you 1 minute to prepare your answer, and you have to speak at least for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, you may start now.
Gifts provide a sense of connection and appreciation while fortifying relationships. Gift can either be tangible or not. A gift provides a sense of security and lovable to everyone. I'm going to talk about a valuable gift that I'm going to give, which is very close to my heart, and I'm thinking about it for a few years now. Without a doubt, I am going to give this gift to my epitome of grace and my constant support of life, my mother. My mother is a non-materialistic lady. She often think about others and not herself. So I'm going to give her gold bangles as she desires. I want to earn money for that and save up so that I can give her that gift. My mother was married in her early 20s, so she never got the chance of thinking of herself. She was always busy in thinking about others, caring for them. So I want to care for her and fulfill all her aspirations. According to my plan, if everything goes up to the mark, I might be able to save the money up to her next birthday, that is 9 months from now, which will also provide me a perfect occasion to give this premium article to her.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. This is now I'm going to ask some follow-up questions, which will be based on the cue card. What do you think young people save money for?
Young generation nowadays is very different from old generation. They usually save money for spending it on stocks or startup business, and also they save money for being independent from their parents and buy anything they desire for themselves.
Mm-hmm. What is the difference between men and women saving money?
Well, it's hard to say because I believe in gender equality. But if we are talking about the difference, then men usually save money for the future of the family, while women tend to save money for to help the family in time of crisis.
Okay. Should children have pocket money?
Yes, definitely. Children should have pocket money because creates a sense of responsibility in them and teaches them how to spend and save accordingly.
Okay. Why you think so? Some other reason.
According to me, if we are provided with money from an early age, a little sum of money will give us a sense of responsibility that we have to save accordingly and will give us a kind of responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Why can't some people save money?
Open hearted people are the ones that can't save money because they are mostly busy in making everyone happy around them. So they usually are unable to save money.
Mm-hmm. Do you think children knowledge of money comes from school or family?
Children are the people who are very easily who easily gets the sense of developing in an early age to get learn a new skill. So according to me, parents and school both play an important role in a children's life to teach them a sense of responsibility in saving money.
Okay. Is it easy for people to save money to buy something expensive?
Saving money for an expensive item is a strenuous task. People don't usually save money for an expensive item because they are usually uh, piled up in their own lives, but when they do save, it can be possible by a lot of discipline and a proper budget.
What do you think? What's better, saving money or spending money?
According to me, one should live life and also care about the future. So we should save money for the future, but our life should not always revolve around just saving. We should also be spending a little money to pamper ourselves.
Um, Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you so much. This is end of the test.
Thank you.
Good. So, hi guys. This is the feedback for the Tanisha's interview. Though she is not an IELTS institution at YIP platform, she is a PTE student here. She is preparing for Pearson test of English. When I asked her for the interview for IELTS, then she became ready immediately and she hadn't done any preparation. उसने कोई preparation नहीं किया है. Immediately she sat in front of me for that interview. It was just her first attempt, even though she did not prepare a single time earlier about the IELTS. I just gave the idea. Then she had a good level of English. So you can see that what about her interview. I find her interview really great, but few mistakes which I would like to tell you. If you're doing these mistakes, then it may affect your score. What mistake she did over here? When she was answering in the part one, that she was giving very short answers. If you are preparing for IELTS and in speaking you are giving very short answers, then even though you are having a good level of English, but if you are speaking less, very short, then your score may be deducted. The second mistake she had done over here, that she did not use complex and compound sentences. Even though I'm telling that she is having a great level of English, her proficiency of English is really great, and she was using good vocabulary words, lexical resource, but she was not using appropriately compound and complex sentences. So otherwise, if you are preparing for IELTS and in speaking, you make sure that you must use complex and compound sentences so that you can score well. If I talk about the lexical resource, she was excellent in the lexical resource, and the pronunciation part, it was really great. Two mistakes she had done over here, like first of all, that she was giving short answer, whether it was part 1, part 2, or part 3. In part 2, she spoke hardly 1 minute. If examiner is giving you 2 minutes to speak, that you try to speak at least 2 minutes at a length until unless examiners stop you. That she stopped in between, that's why that might be she not be able to get good score in final examination. And the part 3, that she had short answers again as part 1. Otherwise, I must say that she is a proficient user of English, and in PTE she is doing great. But in IELTS, if she appears in IELTS examination, then she must prepare these tricks and techniques. And if you are also preparing for IELTS, then take care of these things. Thank you so much.